Hey everybody, my name is Tommy Kraft, and I am the writer, director, and executive producer for a little film called Star Trek Horizon. For those of you who don't know, Enterprise was the last Star Trek TV series. This show is very important to me, to say the least. About a year and a half ago, I was going through some very rough times, and Enterprise and its portrayal of its crew and the captain, Jonathan Archer, by Scott Bakula, really helped me find myself, and it helped me find where I want to go with my filmmaking and to figure out the kind of stories that I want to tell. The story of the film follows Captain Harrison Hawk and the crew of the NX-04 Discovery as they fight a major battle in the Romulan War. Now, for all you non-Trekkies out there, what does this mean? It's not all just a bunch of gobbledygook that only a Trekkie can understand, I swear. I expressly wrote this film so that a non-Trekkie could completely understand the story and get a lot out of it, but also so that a Trekkie will see it and get all the little elbow nods in there. And I think there's a lot of you who will appreciate that. When I first started, I went online to see if I could find good uniforms, and nothing really matched the quality of the show. So I thought, no big deal, I'll teach myself to sew. How hard can it be? Well, it was really hard, and it took me a while, but I got to a point where I could create NX-era uniforms that pretty darn closely replicate the ones on the show. And if you don't believe me, just compare them. Take a look at the pictures and the videos that we have here on our Kickstarter. Now, and just in case my mother is listening, she did help me learn how to sew, just to make sure I get that credit in there. But other things I've done is I've done the 3D modeling of the ship and the interiors. I've written music, sound design, wrote the story, you name it. The amount of passion I have for this story is endless, but it's getting to a point where I need your help to finish telling this story and to tell it the way it needs to be told. So what exactly is it that we need? Well, as I mentioned in our 6th video blog, the last one, the amount of computer storage space it takes to keep all the footage that we shoot is astronomical. You're seeing some figures go by on the screen. And for techies, I'm sure those numbers mean a lot to you. And for the rest of you, just trust me when I say it's a lot of money into hard drives. One way to imagine it is we need at least 10 to 20 laptops, more probably, modern day laptops, to store all of the footage that we're shooting with nothing else on them. That's a lot. But moving on from that, we also have additional costumes to create. I've made 10 NX uniforms so far, and that's just scratching the surface. I have to create Romulan uniforms and Vulcan uniforms and jackets for Starfleet admirals. The list just goes on. And this also includes props for all these people that we need to make too. Now let me just show you something really cool. I'm gonna go over here and push a button. Fire on the bridge. Watch this. Now all I did was just swivel in my captain's chair, which, by the way, my fantastic, wonderful, and awesome brother Sean built for me completely by himself. There's a whole video blog on that too, which you can check out down below on our page. But all I did just now is I spun around in my captain's chair and created that entire movement of the camera in post. We need to build things like a platform that we can put multiple actors on and actually rotate them. This is very beneficial because when you're shooting in a green screen studio especially, you don't always have the space to do 360-degree camera movements. This allows us to rotate the actors, completely remove the background like you see here, and then rotate the virtual background in post, and it looks like the camera is moving around them. Now, another thing that's often overlooked in independent filmmaking, low budget, no budget filmmaking, etc., is providing properly for your cast and crew. So far, we've had an amazing group of people working on this film, and they've been volunteering their time and their travel expenses to tell a story that we're all passionate about. Most of the cast drives from up to 2 hours away to shoot every time. We have to feed the cast, we have to pay for their hard work and time and their travel expenses. And I just can't stress enough how important this is. So as you can see, We're already well on our way to creating a great Star Trek film set during the Enterprise era, and now all we need is your help to make it that little rest of the way. Thank you so much for checking us out. Please check out our teaser and don't hesitate to contact if you have any questions or would like to even get involved in the project in another way. Until we speak again, live long and prosper.